Your Highness, may we kindly request you to address this gathering and deliver the keynote address.
Is this all right? Can you hear me? Yes. I can't see you. All the dignitaries on the dais and the beautiful people before me, my namaskarams on this fine morning. My respectful homage to all the teachers who made me what I am, and to all of you teachers who guide the future of our country to fruition. It is a wonderful thing to be a teacher. I was one myself, but I had the less challenging job to teach students in college. They were grown up. If you told them to sit, they would sit. But my admiration is always for those teachers who teach little ones. Because at the age of 4 and 5, you have a class of 20 children. You make one sit down, 3 have gone off. And today's teachers have the additional responsibility, be it in school or in college, of being mother, father, grandparent, counselor, guide, friend, disciplinarian, everything together. Because today mothers are also working. Today we live in nuclear families. I grew up in a joint family. So there were always great aunts, uncles. Your third cousin 4 times removed was also a relative. So we grew up interacting with many generations, with many schools of thought and behavior. Today, you have families growing up in little apartments, maybe father, mother and 2 children. You don't even know who your neighbor is, and you don't want to know who your neighbor is either. Life revolves around that little thing in your handbag, the mobile phone. Everything, the answer you find on the Google the answer. Communication has become almost non-existent. You send little emojis and that's it. While I would also be lost today to manage without a mobile. We should not let it take over our lives. We should tell it what to do, not it tell us what to do. When we used to drive along our country roads in the evening, we used to hear children playing outside. They would be playing cricket, they would be playing football, they would be just running around and playing with each other. Today, will you find one child playing outside? You don't. Because they are all inside, glued to these little, to the iPad or to the tab or to the computer. I do not say that we can manage the future without all these aids. They are necessary. I am a student myself, I am learning. And when I am in doubt, I ask my granddaughters, how shall we deal with this? And then they will show me how it should be done. So you are a learner all your life. You are learning something from somewhere. It is our ego that makes us think that we are complete human beings. We are educated, we are know-alls. We are not. We are all learners in this process called life. Long time ago, 204 years ago, there was a queen whose name I have the honor to bear. She was the youthful regent for Maharaja Swati Tirunal, about whom at least all those from Kerala would have heard. She was the regent during his infancy. And all those years ago, she issued an edict on education which made it mandatory that all children go to school have some form of learning, and the teachers would be paid by the state. And this was not just for book learning. Mr. Dharmadhikari will be very pleased to know that music and dance teachers were also paid by the state. See, he loves to sing, I love to dance. So I was thinking maybe we will have it as a song and dance inauguration at this rate. We all need a little relaxation. We need to go into the realms of artistry, whether you are drawing pictures, whether you are dancing, whether you are singing, whether you are doing some craft. This is necessary to take your mind away from book learning. And you need it to complete your development as a human being. Today's children and today's people, young people, are all very conscious of their rights. It is our right to this and that and something else. But when you have rights, there is a corresponding sense of obligation. When you take, you have to give. And we have to be very conscious of our obligations, our duties. This nobody has to really teach you. You should see it by example. But today there is no example to see because everybody is busy concentrating on their little world. They have no time to look beyond that. So use these conveniences that have been given to us to see how other cultures, other people live. The online learning during the COVID. This COVID period will be remembered for years to come, as there was a life before COVID and there is a life after COVID. So this is a very significant chapter in the history of humanity, which we have been, I don't know whether we are privileged or condemned to go through. It was very convenient in a way, because I did inaugurations in the United States sitting at home very comfortably. And getting dressed was an event. You learn to live within your own little world. You did not know how to interact with other human beings anymore, really. And when we started traveling in June, it was such an event. To step out of the house, like I said, to get dressed was an event. Teachers were teaching in their pajamas. And very often I would record whatever it was, because otherwise you wasted a lot of time by asking, can you hear me? Please switch off, please mute. So you spend about 5 minutes asking each other to mute and switch on. And so it was much easier for me to record and give things also the time difference. Instead of getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and sitting there bleary-eyed and doing an inauguration, it was much easier to record it and send it. Now there were lots and lots of good things resulting from that. Classes online. Now my son is a singer. He said he discovered the art of giving classes online. Now he has students from the age of 4 to about 78, and they are scattered all over the world. It's so easy. You don't have to physically go there. But the pleasure and privilege of interaction with other human beings, that can never be replaced by any computer or any mobile or any other thing. Because you see actually what is happening. The children can come to you and say, please teacher, I can't understand this, will you please explain it to me? Or you can teach children the importance. I was just talking to these learned people here, and I said a very important word for children to learn today is no. When to say no. This is a very serious problem that is confronting all of us. And in Kerala, so many people come and say that the prevalence of drugs everywhere. And I will tell you a true story. One of my friends, he was a regular jogger. So he used to jog through a colony of houses, because to jog on the main road is not very comfortable. So he used to jog through this community, and at the entrance of the community there was a coffee shop, and in front of the coffee shop he noticed 2 boys in school uniform of a very good school with tie and socks and shoes and a school bag standing there. Now these, you pass everybody so often, then you smile, you wave, you do all that. Then he noticed that these children were standing on a particular day of the month, at a particular time, which was not school time, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So he became a little curious and he was looking what was happening. At 3:05, somebody would come on a motorbike and deliver a packet to one of these boys who would immediately put it into his school bag and they would go away. So when he noticed this for 2-3 months, COVID period, everybody, post-COVID, everybody had time to look at each other. So one day he went and asked that little boy, which class are you studying? And he said, Uncle, I am in the 9th standard. Then he said, do you think what you are doing is right? It was just a shot in the dark. And that boy is saying, Uncle, I don't touch all this. Then he said, what do you do with it? He said, I give it to Papa. I give it to Papa. So he said, okay, maybe Papa will beat me up, but I will follow this up. And he went to the house and the father told him, look, I am getting 30,000 rupees per drop. I am getting 30,000 rupees every month. I don't touch it. My children don't touch it. I am getting tax-free money. This money is helping me to educate my children. This money is helping me to have a much better life. But I have made it a point to tell my children, whatever is in this parcel, don't touch it, don't open it. Now surely he did not think he was doing a good thing, did he? When he was earning 30,000 rupees tax-free money, he knew he was doing something wrong. But that temptation was too much. And what is the guarantee that one day this little boy will not have a look at what is in the parcel and take I don't know what was actually in it, but take a little taste of it, and once you are hooked, you are hooked. Now Kerala as a state has been very, very commendable. We have done something. We gave up smoking in a big way. I have seen, when I was young, everywhere, they're standing outside the tea shop smoking. Everybody had a cigarette. And when I was the president of the local Red Cross, they said every member must make 100 people stop smoking. So I tried. I said, okay, we'll start with the doctors. After all, they know about the health issues. So we tried talking to them. So I made 3 doctors with great difficulty say they will give up smoking, and one went back. So my tally was a miserable 2 out of 100. But in a big way, our people have learned to say no to smoking. You don't see that kind of smoking anymore anywhere in Kerala. So if we can say no to tobacco, we can surely say no to drugs. We can stop the next generation from getting drunk. We can definitely do it. If there is a will, there is a way. And here is where the teachers come in, because you have to start right from age 5. If you tell them age 5, age 6, age 7, 8, they are very impressionable. What you tell them will stick in their minds. And there they have so much regard for the teacher. Whatever you tell them at home, they'll say, no, teacher said like this. So teachers right. Enjoy that. Because that's the time when they feel that you are right and they look up to you. When they grow older, it may not be so easy to make them listen. So please work with the little ones that you are privileged to teach, because the future of this country really lies in your hands. You will mold the next generation, and if they go the right way, they may not remember you, they may not even come and see you when they are grown up. But the old concept of Guru Bhyo Nama, that will always endure. I am very happy to see so many people taking part in the Sahodaya Conclave. Each one of you is a path changer. Each one of you holds a great and wonderful and exciting responsibility. I hope and pray that all your efforts will not be in vain. You will have not just a wonderful conference here, but you will all go back with the recharging of your inner batteries, and you will give of your best to the children who come to you. May God bless you all and have a wonderful conference.
Thank you, Your Highness, for gracing this occasion this morning.